Wow. Oh, that's a beautiful girl. Well, gentlemen, and also the ladies, let's discuss something very important today. I think it's very important for us to know a little more about what's really going on. I think there has been a great change during the 21st century, and which I personally feel is the basic change of God. Now the people don't consider the real God in Quran or the real God in Bible to be the same God who is influential in your life, or who is really calling the shots, or who is really affecting your decisions, or say who is really involved in your day-to-day affairs, or say it's the same God mentioned in Quran or Bible who is really controlling you, who is really making plans for you, or who is monitoring your activities, or who is controlling the responsibilities belonging to you, or who is as a matter of fact controlling your respect, your integrity, or who is actually in fact controlling your image in the world, or how do people think about you, or what do people talk about you. It looks like it's not the same God as mentioned in Quran or Bible, who is still in control, or rather who is arguably is still in command, or rather is still making all the decisions, at least from the perspective of the common man belonging to the 21st century. I'm not talking something against the faith, or I'm not talking something against, rather I'm criticizing the new faith which has evolved during the last 10-15 years after the internet came into existence, after the birth of this new baby called internet. Let me tell you something. The name of the new God now is Google. Now people are more conversant, more familiar, more acquainted with Google than God. There are very few million people in the world who go to mosque, or who go to synagogue, or who go to church, or who go to any other temple or other religious places of worship. Very few millions, I'm sure. But billions of people definitely visit Google. If you really want to find about somebody, you don't need to talk to God. You are not supposed to talk to God to find out about somebody. All you really got to do is just to write the name of that person on Google search, and you will get what you really want to know about that person, that organization, that movement, that country, whatever you want to know about it. You don't need to go to God again. You just need to go to Google search. That's all, because Google is your new God. That's good in a positive way. But if you really want to tarnish somebody, if you really want to destroy the reputation of somebody or some organization, if you really want to defame somebody or somebody's organization or some organization, all you have to do is just to spend one night putting up a blog, write all types of nonsense stuff, and then you got the name .blogspot.com, and your new God, Google, will put it on the internet all over the world. And next morning, whoever types that name, the name of that organization, bang, Google will give the links of your self-made God, the self-made reputation, the self-made introduction of that person, or the self-made introduction of that organization, whether good or bad. So Now in the 21st century, people are not going to talk to God. People are not going to talk to any judicial system in place. People are not going to refer to any person who can be a better advisor. Rather, now Google is their God in terms of giving them the real guidance, regardless whether this real guidance has come from a fake blogging. No matter, you're really gonna believe it because it appeared on the search engine of none other than the new God of the 21st century called the Google. Let me give you an example. Recently, I'm a writer of 2 books and I've got my companies also in Germany, United States. I got a few enemies now who were themselves fraudsters, who issued some fake checks, and when I confronted them, they said, "Okay guy, don't worry, we'll teach you a lesson." And one of their friends who is supposed to be called, he introduces himself as a journalist. He just spent one night, picked some of my personal family videos from YouTube, from Daily Motion, some of the stuff from somewhere, just put them on a blog in my name, in a fake blog, and then he pronounced me as a fraudster. Can you imagine? He just pronounced me as a fraudster. So if anybody in the morning is going to write my name, definitely is going to come across that particular blog. Oh man, hey, this man is a fraudster. Now, this man who started the blog is such a cunning guy, is such an intelligent guy, is such a smart guy, or is such a whatever you call it. He has not put his own name as the person who made this profile. He has not put his own picture. People don't bother. People don't bother who started all this stuff. People only care what's written there. And it's all junk. It's all bluff. It's all fake. It's all rubbish. People don't care. They don't have time to go into investigation, man. They don't want to look into what's really going on, or whether it's true or not. Oh man, it was on Google saying I found it. Bang. This man is a fraudster. Just because the God said it. And who's the God? Google is the God. And Google search is the God. So can you see? It's so powerful, God, now. This God is so powerful in the 21st century that you can tarnish anybody's image. You can destroy anybody's reputation. You can defame anybody. You can say anything. All you have to do is just put up a blog, put up some postings. Make sure you write the name of that particular victim or that particular person or organization you really want to tarnish, you really want to defame, you really want to distribute as many times as possible, so that the more you do that, so the more people click that name and the name of that organization, bang, immediately you'll have in front of you the name of the organization and that name of their person, as whatever you try to spread the word about that person or organization, fraudster or whatever, or a scammer or something. Because of this new God, now we have a lot of people who have become in their own manner, in their own way, Supreme Court of their own style, an internet Supreme Court, an internal High Court, an internal justice system. Internet justice system has been evolved through this Google search. And you know what? If you really want to contact Google and tell them, hey, somebody's just putting up all these dirty things about me, why don't you just remove all this stuff? Wait a minute, man. This is the period, this is the time, this is the age of freedom of speech, freedom of expression, I'm telling you. We can't remove it unless you go to the court and get a court order. Wow. It's so simple to tarnish somebody's image in just one night's efforts by putting a fake blog, and you really want to remove that blog, you have to go to the court, you have to spend a lot of $1,000, and then your name can be removed, and still you don't have the assurance the second day the man will start again the same stuff with a different name, with a different blog, and yet you still have to go back to the court for justice. There is no Google court. You only have the freedom of expression, the freedom of speech, in the name of new God called the Google. I just don't understand what's really going on in this world. Wait a minute, now I got it. That man, Colin Powell, he also used Google because he wanted to invade Iraq. So he just he opened his laptop and he said, weapons of mass destruction, bam. He had a long list of search of those, the thesis. Oh wow, this thesis is very good for the weapons of mass destruction. He picked it, printed it on the paper, and then big book. Hey Bush, I got something, man. This Iraq, they really got weapons of mass destruction. You know what I'm talking about? Here, look. Wow. So the Google, the new God, bang. Iraq has been invaded. No need for any research, no need to go to God. Google is your God, just as far as your laptop is just as far as your God. All you gotta do, open your God, open your laptop, and you just start talking to your God. That's it. The Americans, oh my God. As a matter of fact, they have created this new Frankenstein to divert the faith of the entire mankind into an artificial phenomena called Google. If you really want to know about somebody, you don't need to talk to God. You don't need to talk to any priest. You don't need to talk to any bishop. You don't need to talk to anybody. You don't need to talk to any scholar, religious scholar, either belonging to Islam or either belonging to Christianity or either belonging to Jewish religion or either belonging to any other religion on this planet. All you have to gotta do, just go to Google and you'll know who that person is, and you'll know what that organization is, and you'll know what that's all about. And that's the God. The new Google will show you the right path. You don't know whether it's right or not. Only the person who wrote that for you, he knows it. It's just like those people who create their own gods with their own hands, with sand and mud and stone, and then they start worshipping it. Self-made gods. So now Google is a self-made god in the internet age of the 21st century. People don't care about somebody's integrity, whether whatever is written on the Google search is true or false. They don't care. All what they care is if it's on the screen, if it's appearing on the screen on the Google search, damn, that's correct. That's 100% accurate because it's appearing on the Google search screen. Now, what are you going to argue about all this stuff? What evidence do you think you're going to bring in against it? How you're really going to yell on such people? You can't do anything, man, because the people have already started doing it since long time now. People are suffering because of all these type of activities around the world. People are being FUCKED because of these type of stuff. Who's going to stop them? Google can stop them, but they won't do it. The reason is that's what they are for. Hey, you don't understand what I'm talking about? That's what they are doing for. If they would start eliminating all this false stuff, then why would people will keep worshipping them all the morning, all the night, all the afternoon, all the evenings, round the clock? People don't go to mosques, people don't go to churches, people don't go to anywhere else, but people do sit in front of the computers doing the Google. And this Google God is not just like that. He will show you the naked woman. He will show you the beautiful films, the movies. He will show you the music. He will show you the different ways of living. He will show you, oh my God, just name it, man, and you'll have it. You really want to know something about your past, you really want to know something about your future, you really want to know something what's really going on in terms of weather, in terms of political situation, in terms of economic situation, in terms of whatever, sports, whatever. This new God will tell you, and you will believe him. And why won't you believe him? Because he's telling you something, and that's why you gotta believe him. So, if he is disreputing somebody, if he is tarnishing somebody's image, if he's defaming somebody, doesn't matter. Google is the new God of the 21st century. You gotta believe it. Wow. That means if today I start writing on Google that Muhammad is a fake prophet, and I write it 1,000 times, and tomorrow morning when you do the Google search and you write the name Muhammad, and then you will say, bang, the link, Muhammad is a fake prophet. Hey, you know something? I saw on Google. What? Hey, I saw on Google, Muhammad is a fake prophet. You know that? No? Yeah. My God. If I write on Google, hey, Jesus was never in this world. Jesus is a fake name. There was nobody called Jesus. And you just put 1,000 times the same sentence on the Google. The next morning when you write the word Jesus, you will have the same link. Bang! Jesus is a fake name. There was nobody called Jesus. Who is Jesus? We don't know Jesus. Hey, what's going on? Thanks to Google, the new God. Thanks to Google, the new God. Whatever you're going to put, you in writing on Google screen, whatever you post, whatever you write, a blog, whatever. Next morning you got it all over the internet. All you have to do is just to write the same name, the same organization's name, or whatever link you're really looking for. And you really got it, man. Google will show you the reality, the true face of that person, the true face of that organization. So gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are we really being enslaved by Google intellectually? Are we really being brutally fooled by Google in the name of search engines? Have we stopped using our common sense? Do you think our common sense has been dominated by an artificial search engine just because we are relying on it, depending on it, trusting it wholeheartedly without any bit of suspicion, without any bit of confusion, without any bit of thinking, hey, how it's possible? How can you just call somebody a fraudster in just 1 minute and without providing any documentary evidence, without showing any court order if somebody is a fraud? If somebody is a fraud, then you should show a court order, my friend. But the people who are searching somebody's name or somebody's organization's name on Google, they don't care whether there's any court order in existence or is there any real investigation going on against that person or that organization. People don't care. All they care is they have seen the name on the Google search, that he's a fraudster, he's a scammer, and this is bullshit, this is fake, and this is that, and this is that. Now because of that, we have got a new family member now, and that family member is called whistleblowers. Wow. My God, there are new whistleblowers now. There are so many WikiLeaks in the world now who are exposing real fraudsters in the neighborhood, in the downtown, in your city, in your country, in your region, in the continent you're living in, and even about the people you don't know, but you know a lot because you have put his name with your own hands. And the next morning, hundreds and thousands and millions of people are watching that name on the whistleblowers. And this whistle is really sounding very, very loud around the world just with one click. Bang! And now you have finished everything. This is the bomb which you are spreading all over the world. This is the bomb. So ladies and gentlemen, can you just think about a minute? Hey, really what's going on? This damn Google thing has really dominating our lives, dominating our thinking, influencing our decisions, affecting our power to control things. Is it not just controlling us? It is also abandoning our right, abandoning our vision, abandoning our thinking abilities, our decision abilities. This is doing something which is not at all humanly good enough to remain in existence in this world under certain norms. I think there is somebody doing all this. So we have to be very careful. There are very few people who may understand what I'm talking about, because there are millions out there who may not even watch this video just because It's not a music video, or it's not a flashy video with some beautiful woman moving around, you know. But for those who are really intelligent, you understand what I'm talking about. They understand what I'm saying. Don't just jump to conclusion. There should be a new game introduced in the Olympics, I'm sure, and that should be called Jump to Conclusion. And Google will be the champion. Jump to conclusion on the basis of a fake blog. Jump to conclusion on the basis of a fake posting. Jump to conclusion on the basis of a fake website. Jump to conclusion on the basis of a fake website, a fake blog, and somebody is putting fake messages on Facebooks or Twitters and all that stuff. Bang! Jump to conclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, get rid of this new God. He is not going to lead you anywhere. He is really going to dump you in the junkyard at the end of the day. And when you get up and realize what really happened, nothing. And from far distance he's laughing. Did I tell you to follow me? No. So why did you follow? So it's your own fault. Don't become enslaved to your internal desires of jumping to conclusions in the shortest possible time without actually doing your own investigations about people, about the organizations. I think this is sufficient for you to understand what I'm talking about. Did I make my point clear? Or did I not? Lady. Well, the lady says, I think I have already made my mind, my point clear. There's nothing to worry about.